Good day. My name is Arden Odilin, BE Ed 3A. And today, I will be discussing you the teacher and community.
The teacher and community. When school and community organization work together to support learning, everyone benefits. Partnerships can serve to strengthen support and even transform individual partners, resulting in improved program quality, more efficient use of resources, and better alignment of goals and curricula. First and foremost, learning partnership can support student outcomes. The positive relationship with school can foster high quality, engaging, and challenging activities, along with promoting staff engagement. In addition to supporting student learning directly, partnerships can have additional benefits to students and their families. They can provide continuity of services across the day and the year, easing school transition and promoting improved attendance in after-school programs. Facilitate access to a range of learning opportunities and development supports, providing opportunities for students and teachers alike to experiment with new approaches to teaching and learning. Facilitate information sharing about specific students to best support individual learning and provide family members with alternative entry points into the school day to support their students' learning. Finally, learning partnership with school can strengthen and support community partners. They can help assess to and recruit groups of students most in need to support services, improve program quality and staff engagement, particularly when there is a crossover between school and community organization staff. Foster better alignment of programming to support a shared vision for learning, one which align curriculum to support state and local standards, and maximize resource use such as facilitate staff, data, and curriculum. Partnerships implies two parties are helping each other. Both parties benefit. This means that if a school community partnership exists, both parties benefit from the relationship. Thus, there are following characteristics that we shall present what communities can do for school and what schools can do for communities. What can the community do for school? Here are examples of what a community can do for school. Brigada Escuela. These programs engages all education stakeholders to contribute their time, efforts, and resources in ensuring that public school facilities are set in time for the forthcoming school opening. It takes place more or less 2 weeks before classes begin in June. This is a school maintenance program that has been institutionalized since 2009 when DepEd issued DepEd Order Number 00. Curriculum development. This can mean the use of community resources of learning, example museum, elders of the community as key informants in research or resource person in the study of local study. Work experience programs. Business establishments and offices in the community can serve as training ground for learners. A concrete example is the work immersion required of senior high school students. In this work immersion, students are given the opportunity to work in relevant establishments or offices in the community to help develop them with competencies, work ethics, and values relevant to pursuing further education and or joining the world of work. Partner offices for work immersion provide senior high school students with the opportunities to become familiar with the workplace, for employment stimulation, and to apply their competencies in areas of specialization, applied subjects, and authentic work environments. In the school community partnership, this school can fulfill what curriculum requires and may improve on their curriculum based on community feedback, enables the students to undergo hands-on work experience while community establishments contribute to the information of graduates who are more ready for life and more equipped for the world of work. Business establishments or any world of work in the community are the ultimate beneficiaries of these graduates who have been more prepared through work immersion. Some schools call this service learning since it actively involves students in a wide range of experiences which benefit students and the community at the same time fulfilling the requirements of a curriculum. Remediation and enrichment classes. Parents and retired teachers may be involved in the school reading remediation and learning enrichment programs. Youth development programs. The young may involve themselves in youth development programs and develop their skills and talents, learn how to deal positively with peers and adults, and serve as resources in their communities. Community service. Examples of community service are students participating in tutorial programs, clean up drive for a river, assisting in medical mission, school head involved in planning local celebrations, teachers managing program, projects, activities, school band playing in fiesta parade. What can school do for communities in return? Schools may allow the community to use school resources. Here are the concrete examples enumerated by the DepEd Primer on School Community Partnership. Classroom used by community organization for meetings. School used as a polling place and venue for medical mission which it may co-sponsor with the Rural Health Unit. Schools used by Rural Health Unit or Mother's Class in Child's Care. School used as an evacuation center. School facilities used for community assemblies. School basketball court is used for local celebrations and barangay sport lega. School conduct livelihood skills training programs for parents and out-of-school youth by using school resources. Livelihood skills training for parents and out-of-school youths by teachers themselves. Sociological basis of school community partnership. The functionalist theory states that institutions must perform their respective function for the stability of society. Other institutions must come in if one institution fails to do its part for society. The school cannot do it all. It takes a village to educate a child. So goes the African proverb. It has to work in partnership with other institutions in the community, such as the church, government organization, and non-government organization. With the breakdown of families, schools face greater challenge in educating the young. The rearing and education of the child is the primary obligation of parents. The school, the church, and other school institutions come in to assist parents and families to fulfill their irreplaceable obligation. The breakdown of marriages, the demands for both mother and father to work to meet the demands of a rising cost of living, resulting to less or practically no time for parents to spend time with their children have, however, attack the stability of families and have adversely affect families in the performance of their irreplaceable duty to educate children. Added to this is the increasing number of families composed of single mothers struggling to raise a family, with the burden of earning long solely on the shoulders of one parent. Single parents struggle to earn enough to provide for their families. Consequently, this responsibility leads to their having a limited amount of time to spend for and for growing development children who unfortunately become more likely single parents families themselves. The cycle goes on. This is not to mention the negative effect of uncontrolled and unregulated use of technology on the young. While the use of technology has brought a lot of convenience, its uncontrolled and unregulated use by the tech-savvy kids expose their kids to all sorts of information not necessarily favored for their development. So families, schools, and other social institutions need to work together to save the youth.
What makes community? Houses and neighborhoods? Is it great schools or shopping choices? Is it its businesses? What about natural amenities such as parks and lakes? Is a community made strong by its trails, roads, highways, and interchanges? No, community is made of something stronger. A community is people. 1 minute, a person can be on top of the world. And out of nowhere, their world gets turned upside down. The weight can be crushing. That's where CLC comes in. The Community Lifeline Center provides assistance to individuals and families to bridge short-term crisis so they can get back on their feet. It's people helping people when they need it most. And that's the definition of community.
teaching is a profession, or maybe what they say it's a vocation, but it's something that you do where gratification is delayed. But the ultimate goal that I'd like to be able to impart in my students is that they should be able to always be the best in whatever situation they are.
Prior to Teach for the Philippines, started an organization and ran an organization called Saaklat Sisikat Foundation. After 10 years of doing that, they decided it was time to see how much impact they could have by being in the classroom as opposed to just training teachers. Have we actually done what we set out to do 10 years ago?
The aim of Teach for the Philippines is not just to put them inside the classroom, but alongside their teacher training is to train them to become a leader. Because eventually, the goal is whatever field they prefer, they will still forward the cause of our education and be involved in a bigger, wider scale of systemic change in terms of education.
If there's one thing I'm very wealthy with, it's stories. I have so many stories of wonderful people whose lives we've touched. We have students who came in as third graders who were non-readers, and then at the end of the year had said their first letters.
Since we say that our aim is to leave our mark and to have transformational teaching inside the classrooms, what we would like to happen is that if our teacher fellows look into one single eye, this student would know that my teacher has a personal connection to me because my teacher actually cares for me even outside classroom teaching.
Isa sa mga pinakamasaya at pinaka-unique na mararamdaman ng isang teacher. Yung hindi ikaw yung magsasabi na may nagawa kong tama, pero yung bata mismo yung magsasabi na may nagawa kang tama.
Because whenever my kids would fail, they would always say, kaya ko to or babawi ako. It always reminds me that there's hope.
Where they are now, they have to do good because this will eventually affect where they will be 5 to 10 years from now.
Education is everybody's business. As long as you bring in this good intention to make a difference in the Philippines through education, then come join our movement.